This is the best way to analyze your own posture. So a lot of us, we know that we might have something that looks like poor posture, but we're not really sure what that means, and we're not really sure how to figure out if we have got poor posture or not. So the best way to test, and this is also a lovely exercise that will challenge you. Looks lovely and easy to do, but trust me when I tell you this one, it's not as easy as it looks. It takes a little bit of practice, but because we know that our wall is nice and solid and level, gives us the best guide to work with. Now I'm going to use this piece of wall so that you can see me, but you find a piece of wall at home where you can, preferably a nice wide piece of wall, that would be the best thing to do. So find your piece of wall and leave yourself a good inch between your heel and the wall. And that gives you room for your bottom. We have it is there, we can't get round it. So what we want to do is we want to set the feet nice and straight. Make sure that the arches are lifting. Now we learnt that earlier on. We want those lovely ankles smoothing outwards, and then the big toe joints get pulled down into the ground. Then we want to find the hips onto the wall. And you want to feel, just like the rebalancing protocol that you did when you were laying on the ground, we want to feel that the hips are level both sides and the weight of the hips is equal both sides. Then we're going to find the smile on the back of the ribs and bring that into the wall and make sure that the surface area of the ribs is equal on both sides. Then we're going to find the shoulder blades onto the wall, and this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, because we need collarbones that feel like they're going to slide off the edges of the shoulders, but in order to get the ribs, the smile of the ribs into the wall, you might find that the shoulders come forwards, and then when you go to put the shoulders on the wall, you might find that the ribs come forwards, and we get this interplay between the two. Take your palms, nice and soft, we're gentle with ourselves at all times, and we just find the pointy parts of the front of the ribs, and all we do is smooth the ribs back towards the spine and down towards the hips. Now we don't want to lose the lumbar curve, so we've got this nice curve in the spine. We've been looking at this the whole way through the course. Hips, smile of the ribs, both shoulder blades, and then the pièce de résistance, finally, the jaw going into the back of the head. Now, if you feel around the back of your head, you feel where the cranium comes over this lovely dome of the back of the head, and then the flat plate, which is the occiput. And we're looking for this pointy part on the back of the head, and that is the part that is coming towards the wall. Now, you might find that to get your head on the wall, the shoulders and the ribs just came forwards. And then to get the shoulders on the wall, the bottom part of your body is now coming off the wall. So there's a little bit of a play to be had here. And you'll feel that A, you need lots and lots of length, and B, here in the solar plexus, in the front abdominals, in the muscles on the inside of the waist, down into the back of the pelvis, we're going to need strength. There is strength and upward lift here. The spine is not a set of shock absorbers. I remember the first time I heard this and it just made no sense to me at all. But the intervertebral discs being spongy does not denote they are a shock absorber. They're actually a spacer. And the way that they work, or the way that they're facilitated to work, is by the tensional networks, you know, that fascial casing that we've been talking about all the way through the course. that connective tissue casing, that tensional casing firing in response to gravity pulling us down and creating space in the body. And the muscles are the power behind that. So feet, arches lifting, big toe joints, heels. Both sides of the hips come into the wall. Retain your lumbar curve. You should be able to slide a flat hand in there. Then the ribs onto the wall. Then, I'm going to bump my mic. Then collarbones feel like they're going to slide off the edge of the shoulders, shoulder blades onto the wall. And then the jaw is on a diagonal. It doesn't go straight back to the neck. It doesn't go straight to your ears. It slides up and its connective tissue sling is around the back of the head. So the more you soften the jaw, soften the tongue so it rests in the mouth, soften your eyes into the sockets, the more length we get in the neck. And you can make little side to side adjustment movements. You can roll the shoulders, slide the shoulder blades up and down. You can use that ribs sliding back, so we find the pop stud, as my teacher used to call it, through the center of the solar plexus there, which gives a lovely length and spaciousness to the spine, but also promotes that integrity and central core strength and structure. All of this, and we're not locking the knees in, and we're breathing as well. It's a practice, not a perfect, guys. So take your time with this. If you can do this every day, it would be absolutely perfect. You'll see the benefits so fast if you can do wall standing, particularly if you're a desk sitter or a long distance driver or any of those, you know, or if you're standing in the shop all day long, whatever you're doing throughout your day, we can unwind that. Go for the level things in your life that are going to show you where you are in your body. So your wall standing, your floor laying, let gravity do its job and put you back as you are, as you should be, and into a useful shape.